If the words Burger Town don't make your brain cells clunk together even slightly, you probably aren't familiar to the Call of Duty franchise, or were too young, or still are too young, to play the original Modern Warfare 2. I'll quickly sum up why this generic sounding burger restaurant is even remotely important. Its first appearance was in Modern Warfare 2 as a stand-in burger restaurant to flesh out urban areas the game took place in, as well as a defense point in the mission Wolverines, where the famous line "Ramirez, protect the Burger Town" stemmed from. Since then it's had multiple appearances in later COD Modern Warfare games, including the most recent Modern Warfare 2, aka Modern Warfare 2 version 2. So when I asked my community whether they wanted a boring Q&A or wanted to see me defend the Burger Town in the medium of VR for 1000 subscribers, it was a very clear decision on their part. To be fair, I would have been pretty disappointed if you guys chose the Q&A, potentially even more disappointed than the time I got a girl toy in my Happy Meal. Now unfortunately no one has made a one-to-one remake of the Wolverines mission in any VR game because it just wouldn't actually be possible. So instead I had to choose the much less inspiring but still pretty memorable Burger Town from Terminal. Someone made it a custom map for contractors, and since the game has better gunplay and AI than Pavlov, I picked that version of it. The only problem was sitting in the Terminal Burger Town shooting bad guys with very little variation wouldn't make for an entertaining video, and I would have considered doing a Q&A instead, so I set some simple objectives. I had to reach the fabled burger restaurant and stay within its boundaries for 2 minutes. Then I'd have to run from the Burger Town to the cockpit of the plane that's also on the map. Also, Contractors is on full spooky mode at the moment, which really isn't at all related to the current thing I'm doing, but yeah, runtime. I load up Terminal and spawn in with one of my presets, that being an Uzi and a pistol that I don't know the name of, and I'm not about to go find out. Turns out that the loadout is pretty garbage, so I opt for the Remington 870 pump shotgun, which is great when the enemy is within kissing distance, but not great when they're on the other end of a goddamn food hall. I do manage to reach the Burger Town, but I'd end up dying if I ever left cover for half a second. I was going to need something accurate, powerful, and with a pretty good magazine size. The Honey Badger is none of these things, but I chose it because it has an inbuilt suppressor, which is arguably more important in a game where stealth is virtually non-existent. Surprisingly, the weapon swap works, and with the help of some cheese tactics like confusing the AI by hiding behind a backless shelf, I pull the mission off with style. The only thing I love more than a barbecue bacon burger though is a good challenge, so I go again, but this time with the difficulty set to hard. What I didn't expect is that I'd get pretty flaccid pretty quick, because apparently one difficulty increase is no joke. Running through an open area was a death sentence, and if you managed to survive the sprint there would be another, even more open area. The enemies also collapsed on my position really fast, and so my itty bitty mag size wasn't enough to handle 5 guys. I decided to pull out the M4A1 with no attachments for a much more realistic World War II experience than Call of Duty Vanguard. Turns out that's all I needed, and I defend the Burger Town like it's never been defended before. While I'm trying to leave I do get surrounded, but using only 2% of my full power, I get out of there. But what I didn't expect was one final great push by my enemies, like the AI knew what I was doing. They had sent in Scott, the veteran, whose weapon of choice was an AS-Val. To you he may just look like a common enemy found in-game, but he was special. Obviously I'm joking, I melt him faster than I melt the polar ice caps. Thanks for watching, and also thanks for 1000 subs. It was only a bit over a month ago that I wasn't even at 100. I hope you enjoyed. If you accidentally stumbled onto this video with no idea who I am, this was probably a jarring experience, and for the rest of you I'll see you next time.